Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. I remember a story a man from Udupi once told me. Udupi is name of a city in Karnataka, and I here it refers to the author Anish Jung. As a young boy, he would go to school past an old temple where his father was a priest. So this story is about a young boy, and that young boy's father was a priest. He would stop briefly at the temple and pray for a pair of shoes. So that happened long back. It's an old story. But after 30 years later, I visited his town, and the temple, which was now drowned in an air of desolation. Yes, drowned in an air of desolation, is now completely ruined. So in the backyard where lived the new priest, and the backyard of that temple there was a new priest, there were red and white plastic chairs. A young boy dressed in a grey uniform. So there is a young boy who is wearing uniform, a school uniform, arrived panting, and that boy is panting. He threw his school bag on a folding bed. Looking at the boy, I remembered the prayer another boy had made to the goddess when he had finally got a pair of shoes. Let me never lose them. So there is a comparison between two boys, one 30 years back and this one who has got whatever he has wished. His condition is better. He is able to wear the clothes, go to school. Let me never lose them. So just for shoes, that boy was so much keenly interested that he requested God not to lose it. The goddess had granted his prayer. Young boys like the son of the priest now wore shoes. So 30 years back, whatever he wished, that is fulfilled. But many others, like the rag pickers in my neighborhood, remain shoeless. So this is showing a contrast that 30 years back, whatever happened, that is changed, but still there are people, there are children like these rag pickers who are still shoeless. Let me continue. My acquaintance with the barefoot rag pickers leads me to Simapuri, a place on the periphery of Delhi. So the author's acquaintance means association with the barefoot rag pickers, means she was with them. So that led her to Simapuri, a place on the periphery of Delhi, yet miles away from it. This is a remarkable line, because though they are very close to the capital of India, Delhi, but their condition was not like they are living in a capital city. So it is metaphorical here that though they are living in Delhi, but they are away from the facilities given in a metropolitan city. Those who live here are squatters, refugees, who came from Bangladesh back in 1971, and Sahib-e-Alam's family is among them. Simapuri was at that time in wilderness. It still is, but it is no longer empty. Means in those days it was uninhabited, but now it is fully filled with these type of people in structures of mud The houses they have made is not made like the houses in the big cities.